Hello, 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 hello! Welcome back! Konnichiwa! We are back in business, guys. It is time. It is time. What was it? 3 weeks? Almost a month? It is time. It is time. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Thanks for the sub, Piece of Craft. Thanks for the sub, Yenzi. Thanks for the sub, Willy. And thanks for the sub, Emily. Hope you're all doing good. Okay. What's up, Zol? Okay. So, today we're probably not gonna get that productive because we have a lot of photos to go through. I did sort them a little bit so that Yendi is not invisible because he didn't want to, because he is shy. There are definitely some doubles in there. And yeah, maybe at the end we will, if I have the energy, we'll do a little bit of a Marshu. We're mainly probably gonna focus today and stories and stuff. I immediately want to go back. It was really nice. It was really nice. So let's go, I guess. Let's go. Actually, let me turn up the music a little bit. There we go. Does it work? Yes. Okay. So we went to Osaka, to Kyoto, and to Tokyo. I actually don't know how many days we were. A couple of days in Osaka, a couple of days in Kyoto, and then a week in Tokyo. We arrived in Tokyo though with our plane. This was our plane. And then I'm gonna zeigen you an if you show me. I looked through the pictures twice to see if you're on one, and I didn't see you anymore, so I hope we good. I hope we good. So yeah, we landed in Tokyo, and then we immediately took the bullet train to Osaka. What's up, Irene? Now, I don't know, Yanzi, can you confirm how long our flight was? Was it 12 hours? 12-hour flight? Something like that. 12 to 14 hours. But we also went 3 hours before to the airport, so yeah. So yeah, then we took the bullet train. This was a whole thing to find this thing. And then we drove to Osaka. We actually saw Mount Fuji a little bit. You can see him a little bit in the distance, but it was very cloudy and bad weather. Oh, WLAN password. Then immediately trying out the bidet, the butt shower. I have to say, it is weird the first time, but the second time and everything after that, it's pretty nice. It's pretty nice. Actually, the first thing I looked up when I was back home was how much a bidet costs in Germany. It's actually not that expensive. Flight to Japan was 12 hours, back was close to 14. Damn, yeah. Back 14. I mean, yeah, I slept back a lot. If you never tried this, it's basically, you know, these sports bottles, like football or rugby play or whatever players use to like spray water into their mouth. It's like that, but for your butt. It feels like someone would do that with like a bottle. That's pretty nice. Also, the seats are heated. I don't think this was the first one was heated, but every one after that was heated. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. Yeah, and on the first day we were absolutely destroyed. Like we couldn't do anything. We thought about going out, but we were so destroyed. So we just went to sleep and then went the next day. Let me turn this down. Yeah, and on the next day, let me actually give our day plan. Yeah. Okay. So on our first day in Osaka, we just walked randomly, I guess. Saw this nice shop with Ghibli stuff. Nice streets. It was so quiet. It's actually insane. Like, every time you're in like a big city, it's super loud. You hear like cars honking and like ambulances and stuff like that. It's so quiet. And if you go into a side street, it's like you're not in the city anymore. It's crazy. It's crazy. This was our first breakfast. A big waffle. Belgian waffle with choco banana. Was nice, was nice. And then we walked across a little bit. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's also a hotel, yeah. With weird statuettes. And then we went to Dotonbori for the first time in the daylight. You probably know this guy. It's like really famous billboard. This was nice. We also went into this Don Quixote. It's like a souvenir shop with us, which is like, I think this one was 5 levels high. They also have like a London Eye thing going around. And it's really empty when you're there at daytime. It's really empty. Lots of shop. There are like individual shops that have like huge lines in front of them. And then you have like other shops where nothing is. But pretty much everywhere you go you can eat, like it's always tasty. So good. So good. Yeah. Then we went into like little shopping street corner shop. The dragon.
Oh, my cabbages!
Badass milk. Thanks so much for the sub. Yeah, lots of Kirby's. I actually wanted to get one. I tried so often in the vacation, but I never got one. Jens actually bought one. But I didn't get one. Sadness. I got a Pikachu though. Is this a slots? Yeah, this is some gambling stuff. The cats. Winke Katzen. Winke Katzen. This is also somewhat famous. But this whole like area is pretty small with this lion head thing. Four Seasons graphics are crazy. Is this the, did we went? Oh yeah, this is the pier. So you also went to the pier. I actually don't know if I took more pictures there. Yeah, there's like an aquarium. We didn't went inside there. There was like an Italian boat anchored for some reason. Really nice, really nice. Oh yeah, also cherry blossom. We still saw some stuff. Saw some cherry blossoms. This is did you see Hariko's statue? I did, but that's in Tokyo. That comes later at the end. Then we went to, yeah, this is Osaka Castle Gardens stuff. This is like the big water feature around it with the huge walls. More cherry blossoms. This is Osaka Castle. Really fancy. We didn't went inside though. And every once in a while you see like people with a kimono. It's always a little bit weird if foreigners wear kimonos there, I think. Kinda weird. Yeah. Cool boat. Did you wear one? No. Can you imagine? Me in a kimono? This was our first ramen. This was on the castle grounds at Osaka Castle. And I think this one was the best one that we had there. We had a bunch of ramen, but I still think this was the best one. If you ever visit Osaka Castle, there's like one ramen shop, like upstairs, and this is the one. I think this is the one. That was my favorite. It was good. Yeah, Yenzi likes to eat fat. Yeah, this is how it looks. So I think, yeah, we went up here, then over this bridge, and then walked down here, and then around here, over this bridge. And the ramen shop is somewhere around, like if you go past all of this, it goes like somewhere around here. No, I want ramen, not pizza. I just had pizza too. Yeah, then we went past like a little temple. There was like no one there. And there was also, this was really cool, there was like a school, like, I think even, is it on it? No, the temple won't start here. But it's like right next to the temple was a school. And they all left. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Then I mainly took this picture for my mom, but I saw a Baskin Robbins ice vending machine. And this, oh yeah. Then we had a day trip to Hiroshima. We took the bullet train there. There's also like a big river. This is the cables, it's actually, it's crazy. How do they keep track? So much stuff. There was also a little shopping mall thingy. And this is the memorial for the Hiroshima bomb attack. And we also went into the museum, which was kinda crowded. But if you ever visit, I would definitely go there. It was quite cheap. No, they are not Bender. Yeah, this is all from the memorial. And this is also a pretty famous building. This is like, I actually don't know what, was it the bank? I don't know. But this one like survived the bomb attack. Looks pretty rough. And then we also went to Hiroshima Castle, which is a little bit smaller than Osaka, of course. We saw some gois. Koi fishies. Did you ride one? No. They didn't let me. Yeah, this is still at the castle too. This is Hiroshima Castle. Still see like wood stuff. Pretty cool. Can also go up. You missed the most fun parts of Japan? What did I miss? Riding the kois? Obviously had to take photos of the cherries. Hiroshima also, it feels very like East European. It's kind of weird. I did not, Emily. I did not. Yeah, and this is the next day. So we are back in Osaka. Did you go to an Asun? You mean an onsen? Like the bath thing? No, we didn't went into an onsen. So yeah, this is back in Osaka at night. So there's like the big street. It's like, if you know Fifth Avenue in New York, it's basically a little bit like that. There's also a street in Tokyo, which is kind of like that. And walking through this, it feels a lot like Manhattan, but like 20 times nicer. It's really quiet. Actually, it's not, at night it's not quiet because there are a lot of like bike riders who like rev their bikes. There were like Ferrari shops with the Formula 1 car. all kinds of nice shops. And this is Dotonbori at night. So you can see it's a little bit more full this time. And then we went into like a, I would say food market almost. Lots of lights, really cool. Really cool. Miss Osaka. And this is a donkey. That's like the souvenir shop. It's crazy inside. I have a picture of the inside later from Tokyo. Crazy how clean it, bro. It is so clean. It is actually, it's crazy because there are no trash bins except in like convenience stores, and some shops have one if you are super lucky. But other than that, you have to carry your own trash with you and get rid of it in your hotel or at home. But the streets are so clean. I don't know how they do it. Was it busy? Was it the expo? When I was there, I wasn't busy. Yeah, we went to the time when the expo was. And yeah, this is also at night. It's obviously my fault. Yeah, look at this. You can lick from this floor. Nothing is on this. Oh, Ferrari. Also the cars. Every car is ultra clean. I don't think I have seen a single car with dirt on it. Every car is super clean. This was our next breakfast that I photographed. Some pancakes, some egg, ham. I don't know what this was. Small temple. Dog. My friend went to one of those bath things and he was kind of horrified. Apparently he didn't go to a regular. He went to a one which is known to be gay, which is used to do stuff. So that's when he realized why so many random dudes tried to touch him. Oof. I've seen cars legit look like junkyard cars driving around. Yeah. This was Expo. So currently there's the World Expo in Osaka, in Japan, for like half a year. I haven't seen the first man, Emily. And this day was our lowest low. I think this was my lowest low of my lifetime, honestly. This day was the worst. It was so full. I didn't take many pictures, but you get an idea. I get an idea from this. So basically, to get into the expo, you had to wait. We went on opening day though, but we waited like 2 or 3 hours to get in, and it rained. There was no roof. There was no water. There was no food. Yenzi didn't have a rain jacket, so after we went in, he immediately left because he was completely soaked. I did have a rain jacket, so I went inside a little bit. Japan was really good, yeah, Lucas. This was the worst day though. I want to go in the next 2 to 3 years. Is it worth? Yes, it is. So yeah, I went into the expo a little bit. And everything was full. Everything was wet. Nothing was open. Everything had lines. It was really bad. This was really bad. These pictures don't do it justice how bad it rained. It was really bad. But then we went to Kyoto. Kyoto was my favorite from the vacation for sure. Kyoto is really, really nice. Oh, this picture actually doesn't belong in there. So I think on the day we arrived, we also went outside a little bit, explored a little bit in our immediate surroundings. Saw this nice, I think is it ramen? Oh, it's octopus. This is still Osaka? Is it? Oh, you're right. This, yeah, you're right. Okay. We had a, yeah, so this is the first day of Osaka, Kyoto. In Kyoto, we had a really nice ryokan, which is basically like a traditional hotel, traditional building with like tatami mats and futongs and stuff like that. Yenzi also had a pic from the inside. I didn't put it in here though. I only had my pictures, but it was really nice. And the people who worked there was also really nice. You had to take off your shoes in this like entrance area, and then they put your shoes away. And every time you had to take on sandals. Then you had to put on sandals to go into your room. And then if you want to go outside, you have to take your sandals off. Then he puts his sandals away. Then he gives you your shoes back. And yeah, was nice though. Was nice. So yeah, Kyoto. Again, like it's so clean. It's crazy. This is, I think this is a residence. I don't think this was a temple. This was like a residence, I think. Yeah, super cool. Super cool. Little, what is it called? Heron? Raya. Bird. And then we had like a nice breakfast in a little cafe. With this like ham sandwich. And a cat. It's a temple? Oh, it was on sign? Gotcha. There he is again. He visited us at breakfast. And we also got this for free, I think. Really nice. Yeah, this was somewhere around here was I think this one of these was our cafe. How was the pizza? I didn't have pizza in Japan. Didn't have pizza. Yeah, and Kyoto is basically not even once. No. We had lots of ramen. So yeah, Kyoto is lots of temples and traditional stuff. It's really, really calm and quiet. Except some spots, but most of the city is pretty calm. This was a nice like park of a temple. Yeah, and this was really cool. And I can't remember what it was called, but if you ever visit Kyoto, this is definitely a recommendation. Was it Kodachi? Can't remember. Yeah, the entrance is a little bit more expensive than your usual temple, but it's also really cool. You have like these walkways connecting things. Then you have the tatami mats. It's like nice pictures on the paper walls. Chujin or Shojin? Can't remember. Yeah, and you have these like gardens in between. So nice, so nice. Now you don't have excuses on the Dreams engineering? Yeah. What's up, Firelord? It's really nice. I wanna copy some of these for our walls and stuff. Really cool. This was also a really nice day for this temple. Little Buddha. Squid Game. My favorite food? My favorite food were probably the 7-Eleven onigiris. Do the tatami smell like grass? I heard that they have a distinct smell. I didn't sniff at them. And it was not like noticeable. They didn't have like a noticeable smell, like just coming inside into a room with them. They did? Did you take a smell? I did not, Emily. Vending machine matcha? Yenzi really liked the Fanta grape. Did you eat curry? It's really good there? I did not. Yeah, these, you know, these raked sand thingies. I actually don't know what are they called. I don't know. There we have the picture I put in the Discord. It's the tatami mats. Look at that picture, so cool. Oh no, this is the one I put in the Discord. But do you see this? This is kind of weird, right? These like back to back in the center. Kind of weird. But I don't judge. That was really nice. You also had to put off your shoes walking through this temple thing. Just finished my exam. GG energy, GG. Didn't go that good. Then not GG. And this is inside of this big, not this big house, but the one I had earlier from outside. This was crazy. This was our first big like temple thing. They had like a huge painting on it. The pictures don't do it justice at all. This picture was like huge. It was crazy. In other temples that had like huge things, you unfortunately can't take pictures. But man, there are some statues in some temples. I don't know how, like 10, 20 meters high. Like big, it's crazy. This is painted, I think. Yeah. You can see like, there's like a human for reference, how big this room is. And then you can imagine how big the ceiling is. It's crazy. So nice, so nice. I wanna go back. Oh, she has the sandals on, yeah. There was also like a little path around here to a tea house, and then you had to put on these sandals. Yeah, yeah. You can probably find pictures of it online. Gotta respect though. Gotta respect. Yeah, look at this pattern, Irene. I don't know about this. I don't know. I don't think this is up to code. Sus. And the wire madness. If I ever go to Japan, I gotta buy all the new socks, because if they ask to take off shoes, it's about to be so embarrassing. I had Star Wars socks on, so it's fine, I think. And this is one of the more famous temples in Kyoto. And this is also where it gets a little bit more crowded at around daytime. Of the holes? Oh yeah, you wouldn't want that. Pretty cool temple. Pretty cool. And that definitely is the more the day goes on, the more crowded it gets in this spot. But this was like really cool. This is like a whole like traditional street. Yep. Did you go to Arashiyama? Yes, I did. Should come very soon. Yeah, it does come very soon. Look at this. Look at this. The urge to make this stuff in Dreams, but also not. They figured out roofs, for sure. They figured them out. Snow monkey visitors? We didn't went to the monkey forest. Jenzi was scared. I'm not sure what this was. This was kind of like... Maybe like... I don't know. It was cool though. Have you tried Dreams since you began to visit Japan, or will today be the first? Today will be the first day in Dreams again. Huge hotel. Yeah, and this, I think this was like the worst. It's not that bad as it looks though. You can still go pretty freely. It's not like you go back to back two people, but this like zoomed in. It looks kind of bad, but it's not as bad as it looks. But if you go one street to the right, it looks like this. Literally. Everyone goes down here, and if you go into one side street, it's empty. And that's everywhere. Everywhere there is like a touristy spot. You go one side street, there's no one. Literally no one. The mouth masks? I saw Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Sailor Moon cards. I saw one really expensive one. I don't think this is on here though. A couple $100. There was also a Mario shop. This was the roof on it. I didn't take photos inside because kind of crowded in there. But there was loads of Mario stuff. More Sailor Moon. And they had one huge Mario head in the front. This is like 2 or 3 meters high. PewDiePie, no. My ugly hand. This we had to check out what McDonald's had, right? And they had basically a cheeseburger with an egg on it. We had to check it out. The muffin? No, I didn't have a muffin. The McMuffin also, I'm pretty sure that also exists in Germany. We wanted to try some stuff that doesn't exist here. No, we didn't went to the Ghibli Museum. You had to book months and months in advance. Little street, and this another toilet. I took this picture for my mom so she can see. They had like a handle on the side for the butt shower. And also they have the hand wash on top, so the water cycles. You can wash your hands and then it cycles back into the toilet. Kind of smart, honestly. Some knives. My dad wanted that I bring him a knife, but yeah, these not really my price range. I actually don't know what is this. What is like 180 yen? 180,000 yen. Yeah, this is like a little bit over 1k euros. But they look really nice. Yeah. And then you also have like everywhere, like on the airport and train stations, these on the street, these gacha machines. They have like, they are themed, so every machine has like a theme, which a couple of different things you can win, and then people get all of them, I guess. Yeah, some Squid Game ones. I didn't even look at them much. Most of them are kind of weird. I did try the Kirby one a couple of times. Yeah, you can probably get lost in here. Bonsai! And this tatami mats. So if you ever wanted to see one close up, this is how it looks. This is how you can sniff them. Cavalier, thank you! And this is the next day, I think. It's also quite famous, this spot here. Oh yeah. This was the day we walked the most. I don't know how far we went, but it was insane. Insane was this day. So this is the how's it called? Finishi Inari irgendwas? Fushimi Inari. Fushimi Inari. It's also quite famous. And if you ever visit here, come early and go past the crowd. Up as far as you can. And then it looks like this. Then you have free route, and yeah, it goes on for forever. Forever. And this is the top. What is this? Oh, okay, this is part of that picture. Yeah, 233 meters high. It does not feel like 233 meters. It feels 4 times as high. At least. Yeah, it's only flooded in the beginning. If you walk up like halfway up, it gets really thin. Like most people, there's like a sign like I don't know what it was, like was it like 30 more minutes or 40 more minutes? And then most people turn around because at that point you already went quite far high up. But you have a nice view of Kyoto too from there. Yeah, this is the point where most people turn around though. It's like halfway up. I should have taken a picture. Did I take a picture of the map? I can't remember. I don't think I did. No. Also, if you go there, bring water, because the water up there is pretty expensive compared to the rest of the city. Oh yeah, I also took a reference picture of these. I actually don't know what these are called, but we're probably gonna make these eventually too for some stuff in Four Seasons. So I took a nice picture of it. And this is basically before the shrine. So you would walk up here. We went from the side, so we never actually saw this until we went back. But you walk up these this big walkway, and then you can walk up there. The 7-Eleven I found interesting. I don't think I took a picture of the inside, but it's really cute inside. I didn't sign the wish boards. No. I don't have any wishes, except going back. Yeah, it's really nice. Really nice. This is so funny to me. This looks so funny. The small wheels. It's like cut off. And this is basically like every car. This was in a crab shop. I don't think I took. No, I don't take a picture. But it was quite nice. Lots of statues, of course. Loads and loads of temples. Look at this, it's crazy. Oh yeah, we went to a museum, but they only had the garden open. Oh, this is actually crazy. Is that Gyatso? No. This was absolutely crazy. Let me see. How was this called? Ah yeah. Sanju Zangen-do. It's like, I don't know how many statues, like thousands probably. Thousands of golden statues inside. You were not allowed to take pictures. Let me see if I can find one online. Bro, there's no pictures. I can. Sanju. Damn, there are actually no picture for this. Ah, okay, there we go, there we go. Yeah, this is a good one. Let me see if I can get a nice one. It's a bad picture, but you can imagine it. It goes forever. This is like halfway. Here's like halfway. Like thousands of golden statues. It's crazy. Crazy. What did I photograph here? Oh, the map. The map. I see. This was so funny. It looks like a Pokemon map. Nintendo's walk. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, yeah. Oh man. And yeah, and then you also have temples that are like super empty. It's crazy. Like 2 people. It's still like beautiful. No one there. They also have these huge bells. I think you're allowed to ring them. Some you are. I saw in one temple where you could actually ring like a small bell. Look at these roofs, man. How? How? This was our most expensive ramen. Because we had some Wagyu steak with it, which was really nice. This is up there with my favorite ramen too, that we had. This was really nice. Super simple, but also quite expensive. You got pics of where you stayed at? Yenzi has a picture. Yenzi, can you send it to me on Discord of the ryokan? And I can show it. Oh yeah, this was the Inari Shrine. Apparently, according to my watch, like almost 30k steps and 26 kilometers. I think it was a little bit less than that. Yeah. Big day. Also the spoiled trains. And now we in Arashiyama. I got some better picture later, I think, yeah. So this is also quite famous, the big bamboo forest in Kyoto. This had such a nice atmosphere. This day it was really windy. And you could hear the bamboo like hitting each other. And this is literally bad robo. It was such a nice atmosphere. Let me get a picture of our accommodation in Kyoto. Can I do this? Yeah, I can. So this was basically, so you had the futongs, the tatami mats, and we already just threw our stuff. Little table. No. But yeah, this was super cool. Super cool. We also went higher up. There was like a Yeah, you could. There was like a little temple, and then you could see two Kyoto 2 on one picture. Yeah, I can see it in the distance. I don't even wanna bother with this kind of stuff for roofs. That's crazy. Really nice little temple down on the side of the mountain. Love to see it. Yeah, this was nice. So you could see Kyoto, and there was like a little wooden thing. Yeah, Arashiyama gets pretty busy. We went there somewhat early though. I think we went there at like 10 a.m. And it was fine at 10 a.m., but you probably want to go even earlier. Oh yeah, I also took photos of the blueprints of the homes. Look, there's the tatami mats planned in here. And then we went a couple of back streets, a field, some statues, more bamboo, and a big old sandwich with eggs. Love to see it. Oh my god. I get hungry just looking at this. Oh yeah, I also saw this one. This was also quite cute. I'm actually not sure. It almost looks like a vehicle they transport the dead in, but I think it's a little bit too short for that. This was pretty cute. I also like this bridge a lot. It's like wooden. It's really long. One step from a scooter, yeah. This was Kimono Forest in quotation marks. This is apparently really nice at night, but we wouldn't want to wait there until it's night. But this lights up in the night, and it apparently looks really cool. Also, again, like the back streets, no one there. No one is there, and super clean. And silent. More roofs, because you know me. And this was... don't let me lie, Kinkaku-ji? The Golden Temple? This was pretty crowded though. This was pretty crowded. I don't think the pictures do it justice how crowded it was. No. I tried to keep the crowd off, but this was actually kind of bad. They had like travel buses arriving there. There were like a bunch of travel buses, and you had Bavarian visitors and all kinds of people. It was pretty busy. I would honestly, either you go there super early or not at all, because this is like the one view you get, which is nice from the temple. You have also have one from the back, which is also somewhat cool. But yeah, I think this was too expensive for what it is. Just my opinion. But it still looks pretty cool. Still looks pretty cool. Yeah, this from the backside. You can see the little bit of the crowd there. also kind of cool. Yep. And this should be the palace in Kyoto? Kaiserpalast. You can't see behind Elca though. It was so crowded when I was there and it was raining heavily. Ooh, even raining. Oof. Yeah, this is the... Not this particular, but this is like the palace thing. Look at this. We weren't allowed to walk on here though. Yeah. Impressive. Huge gate. Oh yeah, I also took a picture of this, I don't know what it's called, like hatching roof? I don't know. Quite nice reference. This is so big. These pictures don't do justice how big these are. You can see a tent in front here. These things are huge. Yeah. They also had like a cozy garden area there. Nice little wooden bridge. Need to do more of this kind of stuff in Four Seasons. Just like a simple bridge with like one pillar in the middle. Small railing. Look cool. Looks cool. Also these trees. Look at these trees. Like almost like pine needles, but they're small, like really weird. Yeah, and this is also later in the day, so it's not that crowded anymore. Sun is setting. More cherry trees. And then we also went to a food market next to our Ryukan. Did you see Fuji? Yes, I did. We didn't travel there, but we saw it from the bullet train quite nicely. I have a really nice picture. You can see the octopus. Little octopi. Stepped through the butt. Fishies. Shrimp. Oh my god. This is the lady, Yancy. This is the lady. This lady. Oh my god. I got Wagyu on the stick. I don't think it's in this picture. No. And basically she has like she has oil in front of her, and everything you can order here, she like dips in the oil and fries this a little bit, and then she gives it to you. And she made my Wagyu steak stick, and then she asked me in Japanese if I want to have sauce for it. And I say in German, nee, warte mal. Ach, nee, brauche ich nicht. Nee, brauche ich nicht. Which is in English is something like no, I don't need it. But like super casual. She looked at me, bro. She didn't understand anything I said. Oh man, this poor lady. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she only spoke Japanese, so she had no idea what's going on. Yeah, some more sushi stuff. Did we went into this sushi restaurant? Yeah, we did. We did ate some sushi here. Actually, yeah, I have a picture of it. Look at this. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Bro, it's so crazy. The sea, what is it called? Seagrass? Like the green stuff around the sushi and also around the onigiri. If you ever had sushi, you didn't have Japan sushi. Basically. This is so crunchy and like tasty. Seaweed? Yeah, seaweed. Like every time I have sushi in Germany, it's like super soggy, but all of the seaweed there is like super crunchy and tasty. I don't know what, I think it's just fresh. But every time I have sushi here, it's like whatever. I can also let it be, but this is so good. Also doggos. Cutie. Oh yeah, I had to get this one, the strawberry custard whipped cream sandwich. it's strawberries with whipped cream. And they also have a sandwich, which you... I guess you could leave the sandwich away, but then it would be kind of messy. It was fine. I don't think I would eat it again. But the strawberry, in general, the strawberries in Japan are so really good. I had 3 times strawberries, I think, on 3 separate occasions, and every time it was super nice. This was one of them. Yeah, and then we went from Osaka to Tokyo with the bullet train. Took some pictures of the land, some fields. Look at all these houses, so nice. These small cars. Chat, you wanna buy me a house in Japan? It doesn't matter where. Literally doesn't matter. I take everything. Yeah, and then we saw Mount Fuji. Got a bunch of Fuji pictures. That was like one really nice one I took. This one. Also a little bit edited, but this was nice. It's like a little street. We have Fuji in the background. Get any slanted pics from the bullet train? My camera literally couldn't keep up. I think I got rid of most of the slanted ones. I have a video of us going through it. The video is crazy. I don't have it on the stream right now though. But yeah. It just zooms past. No clouds. And then we arrived in Tokyo. First thing in Tokyo, Sushiro. So, if you don't know Sushiro, it's basically this conveyor belt sushi. You have like a conveyor belt on the side of your table, and then you order your stuff with this tablet. The sushi itself is super cheap, 150 yen. I don't know. I don't even know what it is. It's like this was like 150 yen. So that's like, let me see. Yeah, it's like €1, less than €1. And this was the end result. We went there twice, and it was super nice. I would go there probably every day if I would live there. And then we got our badge for Star Wars celebration in Tokyo. So this was still on the arrival day when we arrived in Tokyo. So we got our badge and went back home again. And then walked a little bit in the city. There's like one street in Akihabara where a lot of nice cars park pretty much every night. and then they take off to like a parking lot later in the night. We didn't went there though. Yeah, there's some cool cars going around. There's also a fire station right next to it. It's like cute fire trucks. This was my badge for Star Wars Celebration. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And this was Star Wars Celebration. This was our second low of the vacation. It was so full. We actually got in somewhat fast. Maybe like, I think it wasn't more than an hour that we waited. But inside was full AF. You couldn't walk in here though. Unless, unlike in Kyoto, you couldn't walk in here. Saw Hayden from 10 miles away. May the force be with you. And then we left. Because literally we walked through through some of the halls and it was so full you couldn't walk. And then we wanted to grab some merch, but merch was like a couple 100 meters away from the main halls. And there was such a big line in front of it that we just said, no. No, not again. We don't need it. Then we had ramen. This was also one of my... I said this every time. This was also really good ramen. Why I didn't take a picture of Yensi's favorite ramen, man? Yensi's favorite ramen was different. Then we went to like a little Kojima store corner in like a family mart, and I got a drawbridge t-shirt and like a little thing, white if tempered thing for my rucksack. The Kojima store was super small, but whatever. And this is Akihabara from a souvenir store in like the 4th floor or something. These were super cool. Yensi took, I'm not sure, did you took 2 of these with you? It's like little like paper wood stuff that you can assemble. Yeah, Akihabara a day. Akihabara is always pretty full. Another nice one. Look at this. Oh man. There was one with like 45 degrees wheelbase. It was crazy. GTR. Love to see it. Was this one of your more expensive trips vacation? Oh, for sure. This was not cheap. This was not cheap vacation. Yeah, it's the Nismo. Look at this boy. No profile at all. Does he have a flipping thing? Yeah, so nice. Look at this, all they have like, this is like all parked cars in here. So nice near statue. And this is Akihabara at night. We actually lived like right next to this. Maybe like 200 meters, 300 maybe away. Look how clean. Like in any other country, this would be so messy right here. Little truck. so nice. Didn't find a single piece of litter, even in the crowded cities. It's really bizarre. Yeah. It is. It is. And yeah, Shibuya. Unfortunately, they currently built like a new subway station there. So there are lots of like construction stuff. But yeah, we went down there and also walked down. And if you know the doggo is like behind here somewhere. I have a picture of it on a later day. But yeah. Oh yeah, it's the go-karts everywhere. No Hachisho, another day. I have actually a really nice picture of him. Ray tracing on the vehicle is insane. I've been in the Starbucks there, I almost had a panic attack. Yeah, this Shibuya at night, also pretty crowded. Oh yeah. I saw the sticker, or Yenzi saw the sticker at Shibuya. Not bad. But have you ever been to Baden-Württemberg? Of course. Yeah, it's pretty crowded, Actually, don't know. Oh, this was a museum. This was Tokyo National Museum. Loads of cool stuff in here. This is the round roof tile ends on the roofs, you know? They have like different like flowers from different eras and stuff. I took so many pictures in here. This was also a really nice reference. This is for sharpening stones for katanas and stuff. We can definitely put these in somewhere. Paper reference. And lots of nice pictures. And these are also so big. Really detailed. Vases and plates. Look at this plate, bro. Insane. Insanity. These were also huge, probably like 2-3 meters high. Oh yeah, the incense game of the 4 seasons. This is the game. We should probably put this in as an Easter egg. The 4 seasons incense game. Edo period, 19th century. Wood with silk, paper and other materials. Samurai armor. Most of these were recreation stuff, I think. That's still pretty cool. There was one you could touch too. Also these lamps, look at this, bro. Tanto, katana. All of the katanas didn't have like a handle, but just a blade. Super nice blade. You know where to get the silk. And these are the... On top of the handle of the katana, there's like a little, exactly, sword guard. And these are like different designs for the sword guard. So take reference pictures for those. Pretty cool ones in there. Yeah, this is for the grip collar. Yeah. And like these little like attachments for the grip too. Pretty cool. Yeah, I have a better picture. Look at this. So intricate. Another plate. I didn't see any silkworm stuff. At least not. I didn't pay attention to that. I saw a lot of like silk clothing, but no silkworm like rags or something. Look at this, bro. Someone had to paint this. Twice! Oh, this map was also really cool. I thought about rotating it, but the thing is, the names rotate based on where you would look at from the shoreline, basically. But this was like I think it was East Coast. Did I put no? Also, the mountains rotate based on where you look at. Kind of funny. Yeah. Behind the museum, there's also little garden thing. Very nice, very nice. Some kimonos. Old kimonos and some more samurai stuff. This was definitely rebuilt though. It's not original stuff. Samurai. At least on par. At least on par with spray painting. Man, these pictures are so cool. So also quite empty. National Museum, definitely recommendation if you ever visit Tokyo. It's quite nice, quite nice. Yeah, this mask I found pretty cool. They had a bunch of masks there. Look at this frog, bro. Bro, the writing is so sick. Yeah, museum was nice. Museum was nice for sure. So many good references for like pictures we can do in Four Seasons 2. Like this is really doable in Dreams. Less detailed, of course. These stamps too. So sick, so sick. A lion, bamboo. This was really big. Remember that. Some more armor. With a beard. Also, the museum shop is actually probably one of the better souvenir shops in Japan. They had like so much cool stuff in the souvenir shop. I probably spent like half an hour there just looking around. I don't think I end up buying anything, but they had lots of cool stuff. A little bit more on the expensive side, but also some pretty cool stuff. Oh, actually, I bought one thing. I bought this. This is a bell, but as a bottle opener. They had this as a bottle opener in the souvenir shop, so I took this for my dad. And this is this outside. This is a little bit farther. I'm not sure what this is, but I found it funny that the small guy had like the siren thing. Oh man. Also, the ambulance sounds a kid's police guy. We had like a bunch of ambulance coming around in Tokyo, but they are all so quiet. Like you almost don't realize it, how quiet they are. More gambling stuff. I went into the biggest pachinko in Tokyo. Was it Shinjuku? Bro, it was so loud in there. You can't even describe how loud it is in there. It's crazy. Crazy. And they're all absolutely glued to these machines. It's like Las Vegas. There he is! Look at him. Look at our good boy. Yeah, this was the next day. Then we went to Shibuya again. There's this again. There's like this working station. They make the new like subway station, so they had like things propped up behind him. But yeah, he's a good boy. Everyone touched the paws. There was like a big line in front of him, and people like always went there, took a photo, then next people went there, took a photo, and so on. So I just waited until there was no one, and then I took a sneaky photo of him alone. The best boy. I also saw this telephone cell. Kind of funny. Reminds me of London. There was also a Pokemon store. There was actually, we went into like a big building with loads of different themed stores. There was like a Nintendo store, a Pokemon store. Did you meet the stuffed Tahiko? No, I did not. So a big Mewtwo. Alexander, there was like an Elden Ring shop. The Elden Ring shop was so expensive. I thought about getting something, but it's so expensive. And there was an Apex Legends store with like prop guns and stuff. Kind of cool if you're into Apex. This is super cool. Yeah. So more Shibuya stuff in Shinjuku. This is inside. Is it inside of the donkey? I think it's inside of the donkey. It's absolute overload. Absolute overload if you go into these shops. It's crazy. There's so much stuff you don't know where to look at. Ramen, of course. More ramen. This one was decent. Not my favorite, for sure. It's like middle good. More Shibuya. Stuffed doggos. Or do you mean these, Emily? Yeah. Now I think this is like us walking to Shinjuku. Another donkey is there. Oh no, this was us walking back actually. We walked through like a big park in the middle of Tokyo. This looks bad again, but it was not that bad. It was like crazy. It was like you're in a forest, like in the middle of the city. Don't I have more pictures of that? Oh yeah, I skipped a line. Skipped a line. Oh yeah, there we go. I also saw the Godzilla head, of course. We had to. And it's kind of sad we probably missed like an event because when we went through the park, a lot of like school people came and they had like a big bow with like arrows and stuff, and they're all like traditionally closed. Look pretty cool. What's up? Yeah, this is probably, it's crazy how good this looks. This is like in the middle of Tokyo. Also super quiet in there. This was another temple that we shortly visited. I really like the trees here. It almost looks like someone makes sure they keep their shape. It's crazy how that works. More roofs, of course. I also have loads of Torii Gate pictures. I don't even know what this is. I think this. I know that on the other side was like alcohol from France. Kind of weird. These are also so huge if you compare to the people. This is the stadium from the Olympics. Yoyogi National Stadium. Yeah, this was for the Olympics. And then we went to Flippers. Flippers is basically fluffy pancakes. This was insane. I don't know how long we waited for these. Probably more than an hour for sure. But yeah, this was nice. Also really nice strawberries again. So yeah, this is basically like, imagine pancakes but filled with air. Filled with air, basically. And this was so surreal. This was a station. I don't know where we travel to. Oh, yeah, we went to. We had one day trip in Tokyo, where we did travel a little bit south. Let me see, how was it called? Kamakura. Yeah, we went to Kamakura, which is like at the sea, and this is the station. There was like no one there. And yeah, there you have basically the beach and stuff. This was super nice day too. Also walked a lot. Got a tsunami warning. In case of earthquake, be cautious of tsunami. Okay, bro. Yeah, Kamakura was nice. The big Buddha statue, yeah, that's coming up. That's coming up. And on the very south, there was this one burger shop where we had this burger. It was okay. I think I had like 3 patties in Japan, and all of them were like, were okay. So yeah, they definitely have to figure out the patties in Japan still. But it was okay. Look at the cement rock, so tiny. What do you even do with that? Fill like one hole in the street? Yeah, we went also to another temple in Kamakura. Actually, we went to a couple of temples in Kamakura. Lots and lots of Buddha statues here. Can you see the city in the background a little bit? Look at my boys. This is you, chat. This is you watching me right now. That was this nice temple. There was also a little cave you had to crawl through. Lots of bonsai trees and stuff. Very nice. This was the view from the temple. You could see like the houses and the ocean. Yeah, more Buddhas. This is inside of the cave. I think this is the only picture I took inside of the cave because you had to literally crawl through it. Or crouch through it, rather. Oh yeah, this was a matcha shop. It's matcha ice, matcha coffee, matcha cake, matcha frap drinks. And there's a big Buddha. The big Buddha. This was impressive. This was pretty cool. Finished uni stuff? Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You didn't shower with it. Already looks rusted. This is another Inari shrine we went to. This was pretty run down though, I have to say. Should I leave server on? I don't think so, Andy. Unless you wanna play. Yeah, and then we went on to a hike through the mountains. I think this was our second longest walk of our vacation. We went over a mountain. This was on the very top of the mountain, at least worth it. I think Yenzi has more pictures of that walk. I was so tired. I have a bunch of pictures of Yenzi from this walk, but he didn't want to show himself on stream. Yeah, and then we went to another temple. There was like a toilet on this walkway. And in front of us were like a travel bus with like a bunch of Chinese people. And they absolutely destroyed the toilet, bro. I had to go so bad, but I couldn't, bro. I would have to vomit if I would have went there. It was crazy. They absolutely destroyed it. But I have to say, in general, the public toilets, not too bad. Not too bad. And all free too. Like, coming from Germany, you have to pay everywhere on public toilets, but it's all free. And they all have a bidet. You can show the one off the path where they only see my back. I would need to look that picture up, Yenzi. I wouldn't want to do that now. So yeah, let's say yeah, every like public toilet has a bidet. Some had heated toilet seats even, like in the wild. It's crazy. Yeah, more temple, more roofs. You know me, you know me. So that is also getting kind of late. This is still Kamakura. But yeah, look at this, so cozy. And silent. This Japan is so silent. I wanna go back. I wanna go back. And now we're back in Tokyo. And this is the other street. This is like the 5th Avenue of Tokyo, kinda. Which is a bunch of like super expensive shops. We went to one shopping center and went outside again because everything was like, it's for just Dolce & Gabbana and Chanel and stuff. Yancy got a Starbucks coffee there, which you have to give it to them. Starbucks actually is cheap in Japan. Like compared to Germany, Starbucks is actually somewhat affordable. So yeah. Got lots of pictures of the space cats. Everything is cheap in Japan. That is true. That is true. Way cheaper. Another katana. This one was super expensive. Is that a price? Yeah. 9.9 million yen. How much is that again? Yeah, that's 61,000 euros. Yeah, 60k. Imagine me turning on the face cam and showing it to you. Oh man. I do want to have a katana though, but that is too expensive. Cat. And then we went into a tower where a bunch of companies were, and we went there initially for Sony, but they also had like a Nissan shop in there with like a concept car. And there's also a Formula E car. And then we went to Kojima Productions. You can't go far though. You see like a little Luden statue, which I took a nice picture of. But yeah. Did I take a good picture of the studio itself? I don't think I did. I think this was the Sony HQ. Yeah, this was the big Sony building. And this is Tokyo Station. Really nice, traditional. In the background you can see the skyscrapers. It's really nice. Yeah, the contrast is crazy between the like traditional and then the skyscrapers. And this is us on the way to... Don't walk on the grass? On this? Oh yeah, yeah. And this is on the way to the castle in Tokyo. Look how empty this is. This is like the park to the castle, in Tokyo. No one is walking here. No one is in the park. Only a couple of people sitting on the benches. We eventually sat like under a tree here and ate. I ate an onigiri. This was my go-to in the 7-Eleven. Red salmon and salt. It's the best. If you ever visit, this is my recommendation. I pretty much had one every day. At least one. Really nice, really nice. Oh yeah, I also got this Pikachu as a souvenir for myself. Honestly, I didn't buy too much for myself. I got the Kojima stuff, the t-shirt and the other thing. I got another Japan themed t-shirt. I got this Pikachu. Is there anything vegetarian treat? I didn't pay much attention. I'm pretty sure there is though. What else? I got souvenirs from my mom, grandma, and dad. My mom gets peach tea. Really nice peach tea. And I got a Shin-Chan playing cards deck. My dad got the bottle opener, the bell, and another like little like luck charm. What else? Oh yeah, and also like some wooden, almost like postcards kind of deal, but you can hang them on the wall if you want. But yeah, we didn't stay much there on the castle grounds. Also got kind of tired. It's a long day. And this is inside of like an electronic shop. This building was insane. This was, I don't know how many levels there was. Is there like a sign? Probably like 8 or so. Full with tech. Like full stuffed to the brim with like tech. This is just the camera tripod section. It's crazy. And some more Akihabara. We went until floor 6. Yeah. And it went on and on and on and on. It's crazy. Yeah, and you don't need to worry about anything matcha related. They have matcha for everything. They have matcha tea bags, matcha cake, matcha ice. I saw, you know, these like things you like stamp into your toilet so they smell nice. They had like one with matcha. Oh man. And this was more night Akihabara stuff. Yeah, and that was it. That was the last picture I took, I think. Did I? No, wait, there's one more. There's one more. One more row. Yeah, there's also these girls who stand on the side. We first thought they sell you certain things, but it turns out they only advertise for like cafes, which are somewhat unique, and lots of men go to, apparently. This is, I don't know, it doesn't look that appetizing, but this was a smoothie from the 7-Eleven. Basically, you get like this cup with like strawberries, bananas and stuff, like all visible inside, and then they have a machine in the store itself where you could put it in, and then it mixes it up for you freshly. And this was really nice. Really tasty. And we are back to Haneda Airport. Haneda Airport is also such a cool airport. It's really clean. It's really modern, really futuristic. I'm sad I didn't take a picture of the... You know these things where you put your bag on or your luggage on and then they take it away? It just... You put it on and then it went into the ground. And that was it. And they also had like a street where you could buy food stuff. I ate this hot dog at the airport 2 times in preparation for the airplane food. And this was our airplane bag. And in the airplane they also had these safety videos with Pokemon instead of people. And I think this is Haneda Airport. And on the way back we actually went very close to the North Pole. We flew over Greenland. And you could see like ice around. Pretty cool. Yep. That was it. That was 2 weeks Japan. Super awesome. I would go back in an instant. If I could fly there tomorrow again, I would. But I don't have the money for that. 11 out of 10. For sure. If you exclude the expo and the Star Wars celebration. Really nice, really nice. Recommend 100%. If you thought about visiting Japan, go there. Go there. It's only getting more expensive, especially this year. This year, if you pay more than 5,500 yen for something in a store, you get like 10% off because of tax. But this kind of changes this year, so you have to do that after your trip, so it's kind of annoying. And also, I think in July, they basically double most of the tourism prices for the temples and stuff. So yeah, it's only getting more expensive. So I would go there as soon as possible if I were you. Did you organize it yourself? Yeah, I did organize it with the NZ together. We didn't plan out every single day super detailed, which was a good thing, because every day we planned out super detailed. It was kind of a mess. If you go to Japan, I would highly recommend to choose like 1 or 2 things maximum you want to do for a day, and then just walk. Just walk around. There's like so much cool stuff. There's no bad food really. Like every food you eat there is so good. I don't think I had a bad food at all in Japan, except the airplane food on the way back gave me a little bit of a shitter. But everything else was fine. Learning that the expo was bad is so funny because I saw the post like 6 years ago and I was so excited. Yeah, it was kind of crowded. Also on Reddit, we read a couple of stuff on Reddit for the expo and pretty much everyone had the same experience as us. One of the reasons I avoid big trips like that is that I'm so lost in Giant, I would not even know where to start. Yeah, we only planned like 1 or 2 things per day. Some days nothing at all. And we just, what we did, what was really helpful too, we searched for all the things we could visit in a day, realistically. Or not on a day, but like we could visit at some point in the trip. And then I put like a list on Google Maps and we could just see where we are on the map and then see, okay, there's like one thing we marked for ourselves. Let's just check that out. That's like near us. And that worked out pretty well. But yeah, I would definitely don't overplan Japan, especially Kyoto. Feet pain from 1 to bloody toes. I didn't have bloody toes. I also had no problems with my feet, but they hurt. I still like a week later it is now, I think. Is it a week later? Is it already a week later? A little bit over a week, I think, yeah. I still have like a little bit of a problem when I wake up and stand up. It's crazy. We walked. Oh my god, I have the stats. I have the stats for you. Wait. Oh yeah, here. In the 2 weeks we went there, on my phone it tracked 213.7 kilometers. 213 kilometers and 283,000 steps. So yeah, if you ever visit Japan, definitely get some good shoes. Insane. I never walked that much in my life, and I could feel it. But absolutely worth it. My average was 20k a day when I was there. Was my average, yeah. I don't know what our average was, but it's probably. I think our average was about 17. Because we had a couple of days where we barely walked anything. Like the first day we didn't walk at all, pretty much. We had like a couple of really big days and some that are a little bit more tame. But I think 17 or 18 was like our average. I get blisters with the wrong socks. I get busted feet for sure. Yeah, I also had like blister, what is it called? Blister tapes with me, just in case. Because I know I usually tend to get them too, but surprisingly I didn't get anything. I had a little bit of a bloody spot on one of my feet, but that's not too bad. After the vacation, after I went home, my feet felt so big. That's crazy. I have to stretch literally every day now to get rid of the pain. Still, I still have a little bit. And they went full ride and bought new shoes 2 days before we went. Zero problems. Was really nice though. Kyoto definitely highlight though. Let me actually check. So if I would do this exact trip again, which I won't, probably gonna visit some other stuff when we go there eventually again, because we will. In Osaka, we had 1, 2, 3 full days. And I think that's pretty good. Actually, wait, no. World Expo? 1, 2. Oh yeah, we had actually. Wait, we only had 2 full days in Osaka? And one was in Hiroshima. I would probably stay 2 days in Hiroshima if I would go again. I would stay the exact same number of days in Osaka, but skip the expo. Kyoto, we had 1, 2 full days and like one day where we arrived. I would probably take 1 more day in Kyoto. Or even 2 maybe. Because we walked a lot in Kyoto, and we actually missed a couple of things. So I'd probably take like 1 or 2 more days in Kyoto. So like, I'll probably take like a week in Kyoto. Let's be honest. In Tokyo we had a week. I'd say Tokyo you don't need that much time. In Tokyo you can pretty much see everything important in like 4 days probably. Unless you want to do some day trips. You can do like a day trip to Kamakura like we did. That's really nice. You could have probably thrown in like 1 or 2 more day trips if you want to. But Tokyo itself, there's like 4 days are plenty. Yeah. Was nice. Was nice. If anyone Japanese wanna marry me, gender doesn't matter, hit me up. I moved there in a heartbeat. Yeah, if you're into shopping, Tokyo is like the best. Yeah. Now I need a bidet. Oh man. Okay. Man, my voice is cracking. Yeah, it was nice. For sure. For sure. Now you will forever question why your streets are so dirty. Bro, when we went back to Germany, we arrived in Frankfurt. Arguably the worst city in Germany. One of the worst. I got reverse culture shock. How dirty and loud it was. The people at the airport screamed at the travelers. Like the police screamed at the travelers for no apparent reason, like because they didn't know where to go. That's crazy. And so dirty. Bro, we waited for our trains to go back to our homes. And on the, like next to the train platform, there was like a waiting area in Frankfurt. And I kid you not, there were like 5 people maybe. One of them had no shoes on and it smelled like 2 benches across. One was homeless. Another one was on his phone and it constantly had like a loud sound pinging, and there was like dirt everywhere. There were like food rests on the floor, and bro, you can't make it up. It's crazy, bro. The contrast on the also in Japan, there's like for everything there are lines. Like if you wait for the train, there are like lines for the individual like wagons. And like in Frankfurt, bro, who cares? Don't let the people out. How's your apartment in comparison to the apartments in Japan? I wouldn't be able to compare because we didn't have an apartment in Japan. We had a hotel in Osaka, we had a ryokan in Kyoto, and we had a hotel in Tokyo. The hotel in Osaka was pretty small. Tokyo hotel was really nice. And the ryokan was also kind of cool. Yeah. But yeah, the contrast is crazy, bro. If you ever went to Japan and then come back to your home country, it's like, why am I living here? Why am I living here? Oh man, I will miss this. Ach yeah. So do you just automatically buy a flat or house in Japan? Renting isn't as common? I think you can rent in Japan. I get ads on Instagram for renting apartments in Tokyo. So I'm pretty sure you can rent some stuff. What's up, Energy? I'm head out. Bro, I'm debating so hard right now if I'm heading out too. Or if we should do a little bit of homage still. We have a day tomorrow. Yeah, we could make a long stream tomorrow. But I'm free to shed. The key thing is to take away from the experience is if you want your area where you live to be clean, then you have to start by cleaning it, then forcing cleanliness. Yeah. Also, funny thing, I didn't have jet lag like at all. The first day in Japan was bad. Like it was really bad, but the next day was fine. And the first day in Germany was also fine. But I noticed I woke up at like 6 AM and then went to bed at like 8 PM. So, yeah. Not my regular sleep schedule, but I didn't have jet lag. No. I started learning Korean, but my Duolingo completely lost track of where I was, so I had to delete it. So after my exam, I'm gonna actually study that. I'm almost at a year with Japanese now, but I think I'm gonna stop at the year and then switch over to Spanish probably. But I do wanna finish 1 year because I want that 1 year thing. Yeah, I also have the free version, it's fine. If you have any questions about our trip in Japan, feel free. I'm still gonna be here for a while, but I think I'm gonna call it, and then we're gonna start through with Omashu tomorrow. Oh yeah. The most annoying part about Japan, actually tourists. Like tourists just standing in walkways, standing like at the front of the stuff. It's super annoying. But every Japanese person I've seen there, super nice. And super like nice to you too. Like arigato gozaimasu everywhere. So good. The tourist buses, yeah. We can do a little walkthrough at the end and make a plan for tomorrow. Yeah, the people are super nice. Also, I would say a little bit shy. And I'm not sure if it was of us or if it's just like foreigners in general, but I definitely noticed it. Every time we went on the train or on the subway, and we had to sit next to a Japanese person, they always like scooted over like a little bit to the other side. I just thought it was kind of funny. Also lots of sleeping people in the subways. It's like these salarymen who work like all day. It's a shame that you mentioned the Chinese tourists destroying the toilet. I've heard that happened from other people too, that went on separate holidays to Japan. Damn. Yeah. Also, what I also noticed, lots of French people, like French tourists. I've never seen so many French people in another country. Impressive. How tall are you? I'm 1 meter 82 centimeters. So I'm quite tall in Japanese terms. But Yenzi is even taller than me. They do that more to tall people? Interesting. The French like anime? Yeah, French people and lots of people from Thailand, Thailand too. Vietnamese people a lot. A bunch of Spanish folk, for sure too. Not too many Germans. Definitely a few, but like in comparison to like America, not as many. Swedish? I didn't notice any Swedish. In France, the comic and manga culture is much bigger than Germany, even though manga is popular there. Interesting. Here in the UK, I've heard that tourists from China not having the same expectation of cleanliness, which is really bizarre because Chinese are proud of who they are. I wonder if it's just some money-meaning rich peoples. Maybe. Germans go to Ibiza, yeah. I don't know though. German tourists, they are loud. They're loud. When we went to Kinkakuji, where is it? Yeah. When we went to this, there was like a travel bus with Bavarians. Bavarians are not German people. they were so loud, so annoying. But this place was crowded in general, so. The other Germans are pretty okay. But the Bavarians on Kinkakuji, that's bro. So annoying. We actually speeded past this part where I took the pictures here a little bit because they were right behind us. Oh, this is actually a good, yeah. So you come in here. This is where the travel buses park, right here. And you go in and you get the tickets and then you walk here. And we speeded through here. Here's where you take the nice pictures. But the Bavarians were right behind us. And then you walk behind it and there's like a nice temple here. Yeah, that goes. We also had a nice ice here. Matcha. Was it matcha ice? I think it was. Of course it was matcha. They don't show the crowd on map? Yeah. Imagine this, but filled. Filled to the brim. I live in an area where Bavarians come from March to October and it's insane. Oh man. Oh man. Don't Germans have a thing for Turkey? Yeah, lots of people go to Turkey. I don't see any drunk people. Like drinking in general, you don't eat while walking or drink while walking in Japan, basically. And I'm not sure if I think drinking is allowed, but smoking is not. There's like no one is smoking. Like not even vapes. They're like dedicated smoking areas in some spots, but they are far in between. And these smoking areas, they stink so much, but there's really not a lot of them. But as a city, super clean, no smoke at all. Also lots of electric cars. What's up, Rusty? Japan was really good, really good. Smoking in public is something I want banned in UK. Honestly, yeah. No, it was really nice. You saw no one smoking. Actually, I saw one Japanese old woman in a park smoking or vaping. I'm not sure what that was. But that was like literally the only person I saw doing it. Scared to go? You don't need to be scared. You really don't need to speak a lot of Japanese. All you need is konnichiwa, which is hello, arigato gozaimasu, which is thank you, sumimasen, which is excuse me, and maybe hi, which is yeah. Yes. And that's about it. If you go through the big cities, pretty much everyone speaks a little bit of English. You can cheat your way through it. If you go a little bit outside though, you definitely need to point at things you want to have. Like in Kamakura, in some of the more rural areas, I'd say, might need to point at things. But like language is not a problem. It's far, it's a far journey, but it's really nice. And you can also use like Google Lens or whatever Apple has to translate pretty much everything, even if it's not that accurate. And like in the cities, if you buy stuff, they usually also have like an English translation below it. What about no? No is ear. But you don't need no. You always want to say yes in Japan. Take everything you can. Also, what I would generally recommend, probably, you have like these busy touristy streets. Also at the Godzilla head. Do I actually have another picture of that? Oh yeah, there's like a bigger one. If you go like literally one side street from that, you still have really good food, but half the price. Yeah, the food was nice, travel was nice. It's really nice. I recognize that place from Persona 5. Yeah, Shibuya. That was Shibuya. If you like Persona, there's actually quite a bit that you probably would recognize here. Around the Shibuya region in Shinjuku. Yeah. The doggo is really famous. Where was it? There it is. Yeah, this one's really famous. This is also at Shibuya in one corner. Hachiko, yeah. Also, it's kind of insane if you go into like a bookstore or figurine store and you are interested in certain things. On the top floor, insane stuff. Insane stuff. I wouldn't be able to show this on stream. I would probably get stream probably would get shut down if I show this on stream, but crazy. Get up off. It's awesome that you had such an amazing time in Japan. Visum, you have to go too. You have to go too. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Yeah, this was probably my favorite place in Kyoto or in the trip in general. The Arashiyama bamboo forest. Such a cool atmosphere. I have a video of it too. I haven't put it on stream now because this is all pure F. Doesn't have video support. But yeah, as I said earlier, this day was quite windy, so you could hear like the bamboo like hitting each other. It's literally, if you know the bamboo breaking sound from Minecraft, it's literally that. And then you have some birds going around. It's really nice. I've seen Mabu that tall in the UK. Down south in Dorset. This dude has a mini forest of its private land. Really cool. Damn. You ate some Wagyu beef? Yeah, I've had Wagyu twice. Was pretty good. Really nice. A lot of kitties? I didn't see a lot of cats. If you go into the side streets a little bit, I saw a couple of them. This was in Kyoto. I think this was he was part of the cafe though. So maybe like a handful of cats. There's one island which has like lots of cats. Wait, it's like I think it has more cats than people. It's like Australia but with cats. Aoshima. Yeah, we didn't went there. It's crazy. Like when you arrive, they already greet you. Do you see any vending machine with creamed corn? I don't think so. I really looked at all the vending machines we came across. There are a lot. And I didn't see many that had food. Most of them only have drinks. Also hot drinks. You can literally get like hot coffee from them. Or like hot tea. What was that big statue in Kamakura? Let me see if I can get a picture for that, because that was insane. Is it this one? Hasedea? Let me look that up really quick. Because you couldn't take any pictures on there too. Hasedera. It was Hasedera. Boy, the pictures is don't do it justice. It's crazy how big this was. Yeah, this one. This was also in Kamakura. You can see a human here. This was like, I don't know, like 10, 20 meters big maybe? Insane. Insane. Yeah, sushi was really good. Sushi, actually food in general, so good. The Soshiro. Oh, man, I'm kinda sad I didn't take a picture of my favorite one of these. Is it on here? No. How big is it in terms of angst? At least 7. In terms of katanas, at least 6. It's so cheap to eat in Japan, it's not even funny. We are so being ripped off. Yes. Like the water alone. I think the water, like 600 milliliters, was like €1 converted. And when we went back to Germany, the water at Frankfurt Airport, I think was like 4 or 5 euros for 500 milliliters, or 400 even. I don't know. It's insane how much the prices are different. The most expensive piece of food? Like single dish was probably this, the Wagyu ramen. This was like 3,500 yen, which is 21 euros. But this was really good. This was like a pretty good. They also had like they made the stuff fresh in front of you, and they had like flames going on and stuff like that. That was really cool. The next thing that was most expensive was probably the Wagyu stick with the old lady. Man, I'm sad I didn't take a picture of that. Was that in Tokyo? Yeah, and then I also had a strawberry cup, like just a cup with strawberries and chocolate sauce and like a food street, and it was also pretty expensive. But you can eat really cheap in general. Like most ramen shop is like 1,000 yen, which is like €6.80 or something, for like a full bowl, like straight up like. I have like a good example. Yeah, this is like 1,000 yen. Most are also a little bit cheaper. And this is more than enough. And also most ramen shops offer like free refills, sometimes even 2 for the noodles. No chef side bay. And yeah, also the convenience stores, the konbinis, also super cheap. Like the onigiris, the sandwiches, no brainer. McDonald's was a little bit cheaper, but yeah, it's McDonald's. What do I expect? But definitely cheaper than here. This one sandwich looked so good on the stream earlier. Where is it? Oh, this one, yeah. This one was nice. Okay, guys, let's take a quick tour. Gonna show what you're doing tomorrow. Yeah, we can take a quick tour through Omashu and see what we can do tomorrow. You have to go back to work now. Konbini are incredible and should be standard everywhere on Earth, including Antarctica. I agree. Big agree. Also, if you want to have my ranking for the konbinis in Japan, it's 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Lawson. Lawson was pretty awful. The Lawson food was not that good. Family Mart is fine. 7-Eleven is probably the best. In my experience from there, the small time I had there. Family Mart and 7-Eleven are really close though. There's some stuff that is better in Family Mart and some stuff that is better in 7-Eleven. I'd say the onigiris are better from Family Mart and the sandwiches are better from 7-Eleven probably. Okay, back in business. New house? Yeah, we met this the stream before I left. I think in the last stream I said something along the lines that we need more houses variants. Should probably tackle that tomorrow, so we can fill out this more, some different stuff. Gotta get back into the groove now with the Dreams. I literally didn't play it for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks almost. I did play Assassin's Creed Shadows before we left a little bit, and it's really fun actually in Shadows now. When you walk up to like temples and stuff and you actually already know where it is, or you know where a temple is and then you go there on the map and it's actually there. It's fun. The time in Assassin's Creed Shadows is pretty early though for most stuff. A couple of things that come later in actual history. Okay, so tomorrow I do want to make another big house which we can easily like use and stack. This asset was actually pretty nice to work with, to have like the base. Yeah, this was nice because we separated this out. For the house for tomorrow, we probably want to make it so it snaps to this too, so we can combine it with this one and have like different variants. But we can also already get like a lot of variants from this. Actually, we didn't do this at all, huh? Oh, we did here. Okay. Okay, make it. I think we also need to make doorways. I think I deleted the doorways we had, right? Man, looking at the roofs now. Oh man. There's like no way we can make it that intricate for Marshall though. But there are probably opportunities for like Fire Nation buildings later down the line where we can have like super intricate roofs from the bottom too. And now we have lots of references. You wanted to redo the paving for the slums? Ooh. All right. We had like an asset for the ground, which we ended up. Oh no, that is. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, we probably want to have like another asset that we can also use in other spots of the city, but mainly in the slums. And then we need to fill out these streets. And somehow we also need a background. We could also tackle the stone stuff. It's not that important just now. Good to be back. Good to be back. But I also want to go back to Japan. Good stuff. Okay. But I think that's actually a nice cut. Then we can start full force tomorrow. And if people want to watch the VOD, it's only going to be the pictures. Oh, speaking of the VODs, I still need to upload them. I couldn't get around because they had like a bunch of copyright stuff, music, which is annoying because then you have to re-render the video and stuff. But I will get to it. I will get to it. Probably end of this week. So you get the VODs pre-Japan too. My pre-Japan life! Okay. Let's see if we can raid someone. Do you have any dreamers? Any dreams? Oh, I wanna talk so bad about The Last of Us and Andor show and Black Mirror. I had to catch up on so much stuff. But tomorrow. Okay, we are the only one streaming Dreams. I mean, we didn't really stream Dreams. Just a bit. We could rate Timmer. Let's rate Timmer. It's an old Dream streamer. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you had a little bit of fun. Also, I have to thank you, chat, because without you, I could have never made that trip. It was like on my bucket list for forever, and I saved up for it a long time. So, yeah, thank you so much for always being here, for supporting and stuff. You know it. You know it. Okay. But yeah, see you tomorrow with Omashu. I'm hyped. Need to continue. Okay, have fun with Timmer. He's playing Red Dead 2. Is this? I think this is single player. No, it's Red M. Okay, it's RP. Okay, bye bye. Have a good one. Stay safe and whoosh hands.